Wow, so I got all kinds of stuff I wasn't planning on making videos about, but the story kind of gets juicy. Anyway, I have it's like a Chrysler, a Dodge Town & Country minivan, same thing. And it's got some, I don't know how many 100 miles on it. Maybe, looks like it's 80,000. Let's see how close I was. I can't tell. Well, crap. Let's start it and find out. Yeah, it won't let me. Oh, dang, I was wrong. 190,224, so almost 200K on this thing. They were just at another shop, and she had been complaining for a while of an intermittent no start, where she'd hop in, go to hit the key, start it, and it would do nothing, and it would take a few times on the key to get the thing to start. And they told her she needed a TIPM. My memory's hazy on the matter. I'm not a Dodge guy, but basically the TIPM is going to be the fuse block assembly, which houses all the relay. They said, yeah, it's probably going to be that. And so she brought it over here because they quoted her some ungodly price to replace this fuse box module. And I went, yeah, hang on a minute. Let me reevaluate this thing and see what I got. Yeah, this I think is what they call a TIPM. That being said, I went straight for my #1 electrical diag procedure, and look what I found right off the get-go. Over torque terminals where they bottomed out, the lug here is stretched and this is loose. Now, yeah, in the right weather conditions, some humidity, moisture outside, anything going on, the thing sat overnight, temperature changes, this can make a very, very poor connection. And when you hit that starter and it tries to draw all this current out of this battery, it can't, or it creates an arc. I mean, yeah, look at that, it's all crusty in there too. It can arc and break connection, and then you have a fail to start. So before anybody spends any amount of thousands of dollars on this, I'm gonna go ahead and replace what I know is not very good and what is staring at me in the face, and we'll give it back to her, and she's gonna report back later on if that indeed did solve the problem, because I may be in a position right now to save this sweet old lady $1,200 or $1,300, and that's what I'm gonna do today, or at least that's what I'm gonna try. Reminder that step 1 of every single electrical diagnosis procedure ever for every manufacturer is check battery terminals, make sure that they are clean and tight, and that the battery is making a good connection. So without doing that, there's no chance of doing a successful diagnosis on anything else. So anyway, I'm going to remove this stuff while my new terminal ends are on the way. Go ahead and insert your now, because I'm going to use an impact device, and I know how that tends to drive the comment section absolutely crazy. See, you guys don't realize it. You're trying to troll me, but you're actually feeding the troll. Oh, it impacted. I ruined it. Okay, one more right here. Buzz. And another. Yeah, that wasn't even tight. Yeah, look at that. That's not a good connection. Let's clean up these terminals, and while this is apart, I'll go ahead and throw the battery tester on there just to make sure that this battery is A-okay. Nice and shiny now. Again, also nice and shiny. I like it. I'm going to assume this battery is good, but I'm also going to test it anyway to verify such things. It's a MT34 700 cranking amps. So it's out of the vehicle. Regular cold cranking amps 700 is our setting. This is not a load tester. It electronically tests it. I guess in today's age, folks don't know how to use a load tester. Uh-oh, look at that. That's not a good sign. Yes, it's above 32. Retesting. Okay, it's good. And it's low on its charge because of crappy connections. So I'm gonna throw the charger on this, go from there. Okay, they would also like me to change the oil in this. So I'm gonna throw this on the charger while I'm doing that. Let's get this stuff out of here. Plug it in, plug it in. on, and we're gonna do 10 amp. Function select, there we go. 12 volt, 10 amp, start. Did it start? I don't know. Okay, yeah, it's going, I think. Yeah, voltage came up. It's at 13. It's charging at 10 amps. We're good to go. Yeah, it's definitely taking some power into it, so this battery is definitely depleted. But not for long. Oh, oil change pro tip. Before you start, pull the dipstick out and let it dangle. That's a reminder that you haven't put any oil in it yet. One-handed pouring things. No spill. Oh, I spilled. Fail. Blue water, full. Now there is no way that I can get, that I'm gonna get this thing to rack up under the car. So, I'm gonna have to do this another way. And this other way that I speak of is gonna be on the ground with a drain pan. I need more clearance. I can't fit. Okay, this is better. Now I can kind of fit. Let's see if I can figure out what size this plug is back here. 13 maybe? Yeah, feels like 13. Aha. Oh, it's coming out crusty. I hate worn out drain plugs. Okay, it's starting to turn now. I don't want to get oil all over me because this thing's hot, so I got this nifty wobbly magnet drain plug tool, and I'm going to use that. There's a washer stuck to it. Come here. I'm going to use that to extract my plug since I'm having a hard time reaching things in here. Here it comes. And I didn't drop my plug into the pan, which is cool. My filter is easy to reach. It's right up here. What number is that? We got a 5348. All right, I'm gonna go get a new one. There it is, 5348. Okay, oil's almost done. Okay, so closer inspection of this drain plug reveals a nasty and chowdered up gasket. So I'm gonna replace it with this new one right here. Yeah, this thing might actually be the original to the car. It's like 200,000 mile worn out. Come off. Yeah, look at that. It's junk. So I believe this plastic one will do the job. It seems to fit okay, and it will create a sealing surface. So I've had this thing on a charger for about 15-20 minutes now. It's charging down to 1.8 amps, so it's nearly full. I'm gonna shut this down, install these new terminal ends, and then I'll start this back up while I'm waiting for a new drain plug to show up. All right, that's the negative. There's the positive. And can't do that. Gonna break it. Oh, you know what? I better clean that. Oh yeah, for sure. I better clean that because it won't make a good connection if it's not spotless. It's perfect. do the other one. Honk. Okay, I'm gonna finish charging this battery while I'm waiting for that drain plug to show up. I mentioned earlier I was gonna re-gasket that plug, but I lied because I don't like that plastic gasket. Because what's gonna happen is somebody's gonna come along and change the oil later, and they will lose that plastic gasket and then put it back in, and it will leak everywhere. And okay, it's charging now, up to 2 amps. So I'm gonna let this thing do its thing until my drain plug gets here. Then I'll plug it, fill it, start it, check it, send it. Be good to go. All right, that's the old one. That's my new one. This is gonna be more better than that plastic gasket crap that I had. So I'm putting this guy in now. All right, the oil dripping is complete. Let's get this drain plug in its home, and then I'll spin that filter off right there and put on the new one. Okay. I'm contortioning right now. This is a kind of a tight squeeze. One more. Uno más. Click. Okay. Give me your oil filter. Here it comes. Nasty. Hot. Okay, no splashing. Now, look at all that oil right there around that seal. See that? Remember that in a minute. Okay, it's been a minute, and I'm going to cause for number 2. See, the purpose of putting oil on this seal is to allow this O-ring to lubricate. That way the next guy that goes to take this off doesn't have to wrench on it with all of his might. But I don't need to do that because there's already oil up there on said seal. So I'm just going to skip that step. And no, I am not pre-filling this filter. That is bad. Pre-filling a filter, according to like every manufacturer, invites the possibility of introducing contaminants into the clean side of the filter, which then goes straight to the bearings in the engine. So I will not be doing that either. Insert now. All that being said, let's get out of here. Let me pick up my toys, and I'll let this down, get this out, and fill up with some more. All right, let's get this out of here. We'll let her down, because I don't need to go back down there anymore. Time to pumping in the oil. Get in there. On, reset. Still going. Almost there. And we'll go 5. Okay, let's pull that out. Toss the cap on for a moment. And then we'll start it and check it. Oil pressure has been achieved. Let's go check the dipstick. It's right there at the S on safe. I'm gonna add a 1/10 of a quart, and that'll finish this one up. There we go. All done. This thing's been on charge for an hour now, so I'm done with that too. Okay, that's gonna wrap it up for this one. Like I mentioned in the beginning of the video, I was gonna do this battery terminal repair first to see if that is going to solve this little old lady's issue with her intermittent no start. I told her she needed a TIPM, and I kind of disagree with that to some degree. It may need a TIPM, but like I said, you can't diagnose weird intermittent electrical problems with loose and corroded and dirty battery cables. So that's what I decided to do for her today, rather than pull the trigger on a very expensive part that may not have actually fixed the issue, which would have been very embarrassing for me. So all that being said, I did what I did. You guys know my reasons, and that's how it's going to be. So this lady is going to take custody of this van back, and she's going to report later on if she indeed does experience the no starting problem. And if she does, then we can move forward with looking at a more serious repair. But at this point, I couldn't justify doing such things. All that being said, hope you guys liked today's video. If you did, please let me know by giving me the big old thumbs up. Please don't run into my van that I'm in right now. Okay. If you didn't like this video, let me know about it in the comment section down below. I'm sure I'm gonna get a bunch of because I did in fact provoke you many times in this one. That being said, as always, don't forget, have a great day. See you later, Dodge People Mover.